This is a multi-part video series consisting of picture-in-picture footage of Arma 3 gameplay from both the Game Master's perspective and the participants of the mission. As always, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the series as much as we enjoyed making it. If you like watching these episodes, maybe you'd like to join in too. Our team is looking for new members. Just click on the annotation on the screen or visit mgamers.com/Arma Recruit. We'd love to have you join us. What's up, guys? It's Funar from MultiplayerGamers.com. We're here with another Arma 3 Zeus mission, and this time we are back on the terrain of Rayak. And if you remember last time, the team was here, and they took a boat up the river here up to this town right here. And it was a mission where they were supposed to be meeting up with an informant. So the informant turned on them, and then they ended up having to fight their way out of the town and then extract under fire. Well, this mission is going to be similar. The informant, or intelligence, believes that the informant is coming back to this area. But instead of being in this town, he's actually going to be arriving via this landing strip here, and he'll be somewhere in the town here. So the team's task is to come to this town and capture the informant and return him back to HQ for processing and information gathering. So the insertion is going to be somewhat similar as it was last time, except this time the team's going to approach by boat up here in the northeastern edge of the map, and they'll take a boat down into the town, and then they'll begin their search. And the key is on this one is that the team is going to be posing as civilians, and therefore, as they come into the town, the enemy troops and whatnot will not fire upon them and will not recognize them as an enemy. So that'll give them the opportunity to go in and survey the area. So that is the gist of it. Once they survey the area, they can determine when to engage, when to attack, and when to extract the guy that they're looking for. So the dude that they're looking for, I've actually already created him, is this guy right here. I want to put him in the airport for now. And let's get a good look at him. So he is wearing a suit. He also has a bulletproof vest on. So that is the guy that they're looking for. So I'm going to throw him just over here for now. He's not going to stay there. Ultimately, he'll be moving around. But that is where I'm going to put him for now. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to place some aircraft down here. So let's drop a few. Let's see, what do I want to do? I want to do sort of insurgent guys on this one. So we will use, let me think here. I'll probably end up using these things again. And I'll go ahead and put some vehicles as well. And these are just static ones. They're just here for visual purposes. But the AI may choose to use them. So I'll have a couple of those. Keep that there. I think I'm going to go ahead and drop a Russian fixed-wing aircraft as well, and put it in the hangar. I think these are the ones that bounce forever. Come on, settle down. Okay, good. That's good. Okay, so he's going to be in there for now. Move this here in case somebody mans the jet. Okay, so as far as the town's concerned, like I said, the guys are going to be approaching from the river here in the north, and they'll probably end up spawning them down here with their boats, and then they'll make their way down the river. There's not going to be a whole lot of stuff on the river itself, at least not in the north part, but once they get to town, they'll start seeing even more. So we're going to go ahead and start placing that. So we're going to drop a couple of these. It's an airstrip, so we would have anti-air. And I'm going to go ahead and drop some places for them to be. So we'll do, I didn't want artillery, I want this. Go ahead and put that in here. Ah, so annoying. Okay, let's try it again. These are primarily for show for now. Go ahead and create a couple of them. Oops. How many times can I do that? Paste. Select all. Then I can move it. There we go. Okay, there we go. There's two of those. Move him in the exact actual spot. And then as far as the town is concerned, I'm going to go ahead and place... They've been told that these three clusters on either side of these three peninsulas, I should say, are the possible locations of our guy. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and drop in tanks. I'll drop in a BMP group, maybe here. And I actually want to take a look at these guys first, because... Okay, they're fixed. We had a problem with the guys in that objects were spawning with just kind of strange settings and whatnot, and they actually were not able to move as a result. Okay, we'll get you kind of on this little patrol like so. Okay, so there's one BMP. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate him like so. Like so. Oops. No, I didn't mean to actually move the... Didn't exactly mean to move the actual waypoints and whatnot too. Oops. Cancel. Okay, start you over. It's not what I wanted. Do another BMP this way. And we'll go ahead and place our guys like so inside. And we'll have them also do kind of a patrol like so. Just like that. So we got two BMPs doing their thing. I'll create another one. And this guy I'm going to create over here. And we'll do a similar thing with them. Inside guys, oops, killed him. I guess it's going to be short one guy. That's fine. And we'll get them doing a patrol as well, like so. So we have a BMP in each of the locations. Looks like they're doing their thing. Good. I'm going to go ahead and put some guys down now. And we will put support team in this area. And they're going to do kind of a randomized looking patrol, just kind of up and down and around. You're going to walk it. There we go. And because the team is going to be patrolling these towns, I want to make sure that I place as much or as many troops as I can and kind of stick to that count. I mean, obviously, if they don't go in a particular area, and if they don't recon a certain area, then I have a little bit more flexibility as far as being able to place additional troops. But basically, if they've been to an area and they scout it, then as Zeus, I really can't then spawn additional guys in that zone because it's just not fair. Because they will have had prior knowledge of the area, whether it's secure or not. So I'm going to try to be mindful of that as well. And let's see. I think we need to put a couple of UAZs in as well. Something like this. You just kind of drive around. And then I feel like I need some static positions kind of along the river as well. And again, these guys will not be necessarily shooting at them. But it will give them a heads up that there could be potentially more of them. I'm going to drop some guys over here as well. Just do a couple sentry teams, like so. Relax, guys. It's okay. Just kind of get these guys kind of on a nice patrol. These guys too. Boom. Boom. Just so they're not standing there in their wedge formation. Okay, so there's a handful of guys. And I do have the ability to send reinforcements in, of course, as usual. Go ahead and put down also a couple of open Urals. Like maybe this one. And we'll put the entirety of a support team in there. And I might do that kind of thing in each of the areas. So we'll do another one. Kind of parked on the side of the road. Another support team inside. They may actually decide to dismount all on their own and start going after the troops. So we'll see how that unfolds. And let's see. So our guy, this is our guy right here, and I've kept him as Alpha 1-1, so I can always find him. I'm not sure where he's going to be yet. I haven't put any guys over here yet. Put some guys over here real quick. I'm not sure where he's going to be. I kind of want the team to find him relatively quickly, but not necessarily find them, but not necessarily be able to extract him right away. And I'll get into what I mean about that in a little more detail. But let's see, what else do I want to put down here? I've got, there's my coverage. Got guys down there, guys down here. I'm going to want more down the southern river as well. The story is this: they're going to extract from this river, but they have to go south. And the reason for that is because I want to set up a couple bases down here. So we're going to go ahead and set those up real quick. We'll do something small. And is that going to fit there? Might not. Will it? Big problem with these objects is that they eat up a lot of the space in my list, and then also screen real estate. Down here we're going to put Russian infantry guys. So we'll do a couple of squads, like so. Might even put a couple of Russian aircraft, at least helicopters down here as well. They're not going to be armed. The guys are going to have to get out with a boat, and I don't want a cargo craft there. I don't want a helicopter to just take off and just immediately wipe them out. So what I will do is I will drop one of these, and this is just really it's really there to kind of give them kind of the oh crap moment. Again, give these guys something to do. Give these guys something to do as well. Like so. I might go ahead and put a couple of static placements like so. So they're going to have to check this area out pretty carefully. Okay, so those guys are starting to patrol. So that'll be for their exfil out of the area. Not exactly sure how that's going to work out yet. So we've got some basic coverage in the towns. Not too many troops, because I think we only have a commando team this time around, which is going to be Nillers and Kaiga. So the storyline is this. So they are going to be starting their journey to the northeastern part here on this river, and they have to pose as civilians in the zone to try to go in, infiltrate the town, and determine the location of the guy they're looking for. And again, that's him in the hangar. He's not necessarily going to stay there, though, like I said. So once they determine the location of that guy, then all bets are off. They can then choose to attack and take the guy, in which case they will no longer be of civilian faction. When they initially come into the town, they'll be on the civilian faction, which means the Red 4 or the Op 4 guys will not fire upon them. I will swap them over to Blue 4 once it's time for them to try to take the informant captive, and once that happens, they'll be Blue 4 and they'll be hostile, or the Op 4 guys will be hostile toward them. So I'm doing that manually through Zeus, and so that'll give them the opportunity to go and scope around as kind of undercover agent. And then in order to extract the guy out of the town, they have to go hot. They have to go guns blazing and try to find the best way to get out. So once they decide that's the time, they'll capture the guy and they'll start heading south and south along the river so that they come to the big ocean, basically. And that will be their extract point. So I'm just going to place a couple other things here. What I really want is, there it is. No. Don't remember what it was called. Here it is. That's what I was looking for. Is that the right one? Yeah. Some mortar guys. And I'm going to go ahead and fit them up with mortar carriers and so forth. Actually, maybe I'll do grenadiers. Hang on. I'm like totally changing my mind as I figure this out. We'll do a weapons group in here. And what I want is, this will kind of be a joint base. We'll do some Russian guys, I think. Let's do... Oh, who do I want? I don't want any of those. Don't want any of those. Thought I had one configured for a mortar team. Don't know what I did with them. Well, I'll just drop. Yeah, I thought I created a mortar group in our list here. Apparently, I did not. So what I'll do instead is I'm going to put a couple of grenadiers in here, and they will actually use the mortars. And we'll put a few machine gunners in here as well, because it's a nest. And I'll be doing mortars as Zeus anyway, so... And we'll do these guys relaxed. And they're just going to kind of do this circle like so. And just kind of go around there. And I might draw attention to it with some of my favorite lights here. So we'll drop a couple lights. So... Did I just move both of those on top of each other? Yes, I did. that. That. Again, that will just draw attention to them. As, hey, there is a mortar there or something there to be paying attention to. I will also do... I want something this big. No, I don't want that. I think that's going to be plenty. I can make changes later, though, too, on the fly. So we got a few vehicles. We got a few troops in the area. I do have the ability to spawn some additional guys as needed, and I probably will. I think I will put one helicopter down that is armed, which I'll probably make go away as the mission unfolds. We will drop... I'm going to drop one of these, because I kind of like them. Oh, that's not the one I was looking for. There we go. That's the one I wanted. And again, whether the AI decides to use him or not, he'll be there. And I think that'll do it for setup, I believe. So, again, the team is going to be spawning in as a civilian faction, and their objective is to capture the informant that basically screwed them over in the previous mission. And that's this guy right here. And in that previous mission, he was never seen. He was actually not an actual object on the map, but he sent the team on kind of almost like a scavenger hunt, where they had to go from area to area in order to determine where the guy was. And at the very end, the guy basically screwed him over, and the entire town went red on them, and that was it. So they had to escape the town. So this time they get to have a little bit of payback, and this is the guy that they're going to be looking for. So they will probably find him, and they have to capture him and take him back to base. So this has been the setup of this mission, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy this mission. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. We'd love to hear them. And thanks for joining us, and hope you enjoyed this episode.
Thanks for watching this part of Arma 3 Zeus missions. If you like this video, click on that like button. It really helps us grow the channel. For more videos like this and more from the MultiplayerGamers.com community, click on subscribe. We upload new videos regularly. We also invite you to our website at MultiplayerGamers.com for forums, discussions, and more. Until next time, this is Funar from MultiplayerGamers.com. Thanks for joining us.